Zakonisht në për çdo podcast na ka rënë me përmend FTM-n.
Fantomi është
Plot banka tjera për mi testu tokenizimin e aseteve.
në blockchain, falet të suar.
Po më duket që nuk ka këtë jetë qysh për jamër, le të këshyrëm tash të shumë çfarë u botës.
How is going everyone? It's the boy Shine.
1, 2, 3 podcast 4 episode 7.
How is going everyone? It's your voice Shine, representing Dudes Labs, Cryptolbanian and Decode. We are here with a special episode, the 7th episode of this Fear and Greed podcast. As usual, we host the podcast on Albanian languages, but tonight with me is Labi, as always. Yeah. And we have a special guest from ByBit, Miad, which we're going to have a lot of conversation about ByBit and also your experience as well on how you started, how it's going since you started, and everything else. What's your vision and stuff? Welcome on our podcast.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I don't speak Albanian yet, but maybe in the future I'll give it some words.
Yeah. I hope so. It's easier, but most of the time people gonna teach you how to curse first, you know. But with us, it's that.
Yes, that's very classic. That's
yeah,
very classic.
it's classic. Yeah. But can you tell us more about you on everything that how you started, how it's going now, and everything else?
Of course. I mean, I think I have a pretty classic story on one end. So I started my journey in crypto in 2017. Before that, I quit my school back in 2015, I think. I said to my mom, "Hey, mom, I will do my other things. School's not for me. I want to be an entrepreneur." Well, she fully supported me. But it was very hard back in the day, right? Because you want to be an entrepreneur. You have to motivate yourself to go into the books to learn something, which is not something everyone can do. And I've seen that in Albania here, I mean, in Kosovo, people are very motivated. But in my home country, people sometimes lack the motivation, right? And they tend to be lazy from time to time. So, I mean, it went very good in the beginning, and then it went pretty bad. I started working at a burger joint at some point. Yeah. So I was flipping burgers. And I said to myself, this is not something I imagined doing. But then again, sometimes you need to take some steps back in life to actually go moving forward. And I used to live in this small studio in Netherlands. And my neighbor was a guy called Shaquille.
Yeah, Shaquille, a great guy.
Great guy. We'll get into him later.
Yeah.
And every day we went to the sea and we talked about entrepreneurship, selling T-shirts, selling scooters, whatsoever. And at some point he told me, "Hey, Miet, do you know about Bitcoin?" So I knew nothing about it, but back in the day I used to play this game called RuneScape.
Yeah.
Online MMORPG. I was very good at it. I sold, bought and sold items, and Bitcoin felt a bit
in-game
like
items, right?
Yeah, in-game items. Yeah. Yes, I was very good at it, but it was not real money, right?
Yeah.
So Bitcoin felt like real money. I could do the same, buy and sell Bitcoin. So one time Shaquille told me, "Okay, we're now at a restaurant. Before the restaurant, before we eat dinner, we buy 1 Bitcoin. It was around 1,500-1,600 euros.
Yeah.
After dinner, we sell the Bitcoin, and with the profit we make, we pay the dinner."
Sick.
And I think we got like 30-40 euros worth of profit. And I was like, man, did we finally manage to eat to pay for the dinner without having to work? So it's the first time in my life where I felt I was making money without having to actually work, which it was a very unique feeling. And then I went into YouTube because there were no people back in the day that were teaching people how to do it. I went to YouTube. I really liked the YouTube videos of Andreas Antonopoulos.
Yeah.
A great guy, a Greek guy. And he told me, he told us everything about it. And from there on, I went into the rabbit hole. And Shaquille, actually pretty funny. From that day on, he always followed me with everything. And now we're here.
Having a body that you can rock on with, you know, and moving forward with everything that you have as a vision, you know, like as you were saying, sometimes you have to even flip burgers, you know, to prepare yourself for something bigger. And we called it, you know, God's plans. Is everything whatever we plan, you know, it's not that we are planning it. Is coming from somewhere. But you told me that you were building an community in Netherlands, right? On the
Yeah.
as educating for crypto and stuff. How did that start? How
Yeah.
you got motivated on that?
So when I started in crypto, there were not a lot of people that actually were educating people. So I said to myself, okay, I go into to the stuff, the blockchain. It's quite hard. It was quite hard to understand as a normal person. So I understood if it's hard for me, I can imagine that's going to be hard for a lot of people. So I said to myself, I will teach other people how to do it. So people said crypto was magic internet money. They had no idea what it is. So I had to convince people to sit down with me. Sit down with me. I'll pay for your lunch and let me tell you about crypto. So it's like, oh, wow, it's quite interesting. And then it's like, okay, so after I teach them something, they need someone or a place to talk to. So I made a WhatsApp group, very easy. I just put everyone in it.
Nice.
And then the bull run came in 2017. Bitcoin went to 20K. And people are like, oh man, he's actually right. So it's not fake money, it's real money. And that's where the education started. I myself at some point invested in a altcoin called Lisk.
Okay.
Very cool project. It's a project from Germany. And was a project I went times 40 with. So with my whole portfolio, I invested in it.
Oh.
But what I said to myself before I invested in it, I said, I want to learn about the project. So I bought a plane ticket to go to Germany to learn about it.
Okay.
So I was there and the marketing manager came to me. He's like, where you come from? Netherlands. I was like, oh man, I'm also from Netherlands.
Oh.
It's like, what do you do here? It's like, I'm researching a project. I said, well, you're the first one, because most people, they never research product. They just put money in and they hope it goes up. I was like, I thought it was normal to research product before I went to the project. So I invested all my money in it. I went times 40 and I made from 10, 20K. I went above 1 million euros.
Nice.
And at 21 years old, I could tell myself I'm a millionaire.
Sick.
Man, there was a feeling I couldn't describe. It was it felt like using a cheat code in GTA. It was not real. And then one day I want to buy a car because real estate, it was only old people do it. Don't invest in stocks.
Yeah.
Just get a nice car, right? Because I was young and stupid.
And flex with it.
And flex with it. So I went getting this car. I want other wheels. I want a nice wrap on it. And I had the car. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And I didn't sell the rest of the tokens.
So you were holding still.
I was holding because I said to myself, but what if next day it goes times two? It went already so fast.
Yeah.
And then a bear market came in. Again, I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And the coin dropped with almost, 98 or 99%. Lost almost all my money. And I had to sell my car. I had to go back on the bicycle. And I had to get a real job. I mean, a job. So I worked in a telecommunication support desk.
Yeah.
And which was mentally was a very hard and challenging time, right? Because you went from being a multi-millionaire to back working at a customer service job. And I think what kept me strong is having the belief that I learned from my mistakes. I still believe in crypto. I still believe in investing. And I said to myself, during this bear market, I will work hard and I will do it again. But this time, I will prove myself that I can get a good portfolio, good education, a good plan, and I will take profits.
Yeah. So
I have a question. What have made you to not lose the faith in crypto after you lost millions? Because it's hard to lose millions and to stay again in crypto. Not in crypto, I believe in every industry. What have made you to stay in crypto? Did you believe in crypto, or you have seen something that others cannot see?
Yeah, so I looked at the crypto in itself, right? Peer-to-peer, decentralized, it's scarce, right? 21 million coins, etc., etc. I looked at the cycles, right? The halving cycles. So every 4 years, there's I'm sure you guys talked about it in the past. So I said to myself, the reason why I lost the money is not because of other factors. It's mainly because of my own greed.
Yeah.
And I think that's something people have a hard time doing, is looking at themselves in the mirror and not giving all these other people the
fault.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
No, it is my fault. I was too greedy. I thought it could be better. I didn't sell, and that's why I'm in this situation.
Yeah.
So, I looked at the cycle. I saw, we're now in a down cycle. Bitcoin was back at 3K. I thought, okay, we're going to have a halving in 2020.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go up from there. So now Bitcoin's at 3K. I'm going to work hard every month. I'm going to buy a Bitcoin, right? 3K per month. And I'll be building back up. I was going to get a good network. So I worked at Binance for a while. Well, also to learn from other people. And then I just rode the wave. So back at your question. So the company I had.
Yeah.
So I was still teaching people into crypto, right? And I said to myself, but people have a really hard time trading.
Yeah.
Because here, again, in Kosovo, people are very motivated to start trading. But Netherlands, they say like, trading is too hard for me, you know, too emotional.
They are comfortable with their life that are living, yeah.
They have a good job, they earn good money, so they have no need or big need to go into trading. So I said to myself, okay, you know what? I'm going to automate all the trading that people do. So as you guys know, you give signals. I said to myself, okay, but what if you give a signal at 12 o'clock and you're sleeping, or during daytime and you're missing it? What if we connect those signals through an API, so through an automatic connection on an exchange, and they can just pass on with go on with their life. Yeah. One time per day, they look at their portfolio, say, "Oh, it's good. I'm in a trade," and they can move on. So we did that, and I combined financial education together with automated trading. And we had a face of the company because it was very sketchy, right? There's so many bots out there, algorithms, no one trusts it, right? You put your money, it goes down, or you lose it. And they saw me, a trustworthy guy. We partnered up with ByBit. So ByBit for us was the best exchange because FTX and Binance, they felt too big, unpersonal. So ByBit was a very personal exchange. And we went with all the people on ByBit, and for 3 years in a row, we were the highest volume maker on ByBit, making amazing returns for our clients and for ourselves. And that's how we ended up with a very good company. Yeah. Bootstrap, no external capital. And again, I brought Shaquille into this company also. So he followed me on this journey.
Yeah, about Shaquille, because Shaquille is also here with us, and he's with the team as well. And he's a great guy as well, and I'm really happy that you guys came in Albania, and also we're having a great time as well. But the thing is, I want to ask you a question about the customer service that you were doing, the job support service. Did that help you on the communication skills, and on that type of time, you know, to help you improve on the future and stuff?
Yeah. So I was this guy in school. I don't know. I'm sure you know people. Here's homework, I don't do it, or you have to learn for this exam or something. I don't do it. I'll just freestyle.
Yeah.
But if there's a presentation to be done with your group, I'll be the first one to say, yeah, I'll present. No worries. Yeah. Just give me what should I tell you? I'll freestyle for you. Yeah. I'll be the best presenter. So I always really like talking. And my mom is also like this, right? When we're somewhere, she always talks to the waiter, to that person, to that person. I'm also like that. You can ask my wife, which is also here. I'm that guy that goes into shopping for clothes. I stay 2 hours in a shop just to talk to the people and learn about their lives. And so I really like talking. I really like communication. I think that's how you also go on and go to new levels in life, right? Because you can learn everything from books, but if you don't do it in practice, I mean, what's the point? You can be paper trading all of your life, but you have to go into the real trading to feel how it is. So also with the communication part with customer service, I mean, it was very good, but I think it was more a lesson for me to always stay humble and not to be egocentric, and also to be humbled down. Yeah. Because some people, you know, when they make good money, they tend to be arrogant. They show a certain lifestyle on Instagram, on all these places. But there are times where it's going to go bad. There are times where you're going to go into a bear market yourself. And if you have on the outside a certain image you have to keep up, like driving nice cars, going on holidays, and then one day it doesn't go that well, you feel more bad that you have to show the world that you quote failed or made bad steps than actually living the worst life that you're going to live. Because they planted a certain image to their family and to their friends. And I was never like that. I didn't care. So when I sold my car, I went back on a bicycle. I said, it happens. It happens, and I'll learn from it. And people said, like, you see, this crypto
strong
money,
mindset,
you know, it didn't work out. I knew it. I knew you had to listen to me. You had to finish your school. You had to get your diploma. And again, now being at the level where I am right now, I'm very thankful and humbled by all things I've been through, and always very blessed to be living this life that I've lived.
Living the best life, as you said. So you were mentioning the 3 exchanges that you were being offered to
Yes.
work with. Can you elaborate more on that and how you choose exactly ByBit and how it leads to be working with ByBit as well?
Yeah, so for us, the service was very important. Of course, the partner program was important. The uptime was important, and the liquidity was very important. So with the other exchanges, it felt very unpersonal. You had a meeting with them. You see the cameras is off. You see no faces, and it's like, okay, but seems like who are you? What do you want? Okay, check or not check, and go on.
Yeah.
And with ByBit, it really felt okay. They took the time. I had a great account manager called Joseph. Great time. He really listened to me. He helped me out. It felt like he was my account manager, but also a consultant. So he thought along with me, how can I improve my business? What you can do there and there and there. And that was really great. He invited me to so many cool places, and I was like, okay, this is the exchange we have to go fully for.
Yeah.
And yes, there are partners that also have 4 different exchanges. They go on YouTube, you see 20 affiliate links.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, you focus on one partner, and that's it. You can get the best deal there for yourself. And of course, even more important for your community.
Exactly.
You bring them to, because you have a big responsibility. You're bringing all of your community, all of the money from your community to a certain place, and it has to be trusted.
Yeah.
And if you bring that to unregulated exchange with sketchy stuff, you see that withdrawals are being halted, or money, you don't know if they have the money or whatsoever. It's a big risk for you, even though as a partner, you get an amazing deal there, you get big commissions, but that doesn't mean you have to sell your own soul instead of thinking of the community. So we always said community first, us second, because if they win, we win. Instead of the other way around.
Yeah, we are Lavi can relate to that, because if you can tell us about the community as well, Lavi, and tell how, because we were always putting the community first.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm very community related. I put my trust on community. And every time we go somewhere, every time we present our company, first I always present our community, because the community is the main reason that we are here. So we did things together. We grow together. Now we are big, and we are going bigger together. And today we just held the conference, and most of the participants was our community. Because we have, as you have seen, a very big community in cryptocurrencies. So giving attention to community, I think, is one of the best ways, not for the exchange itself, but also for the coins. Yes. I mentioned in conference, but it was in Albanian. I don't know if you understood me. I told them that utility coins are good, but if you don't have community behind your project, you will be that project. Yeah. We have seen a lot of utility coins that was awesome projects if we talk about technology, but they didn't have the community behind them, so they failed. In the other hand, we saw bad projects with no utility case, but they have community. Yeah. Like, we can take example Shiba. Shiba at the start, they didn't have any utility case. Now they have, but in the start they didn't have, but they had the community, because it was the dream to be millionaire for 24 hours. But it's still community, and it can grow you. Even it was not the good way how the community has seen Shiba in that time. Also, we have 2 of most maxi communities, XRP, XRP communities and Chainlink communities. They are bad, but they are still communities. And if we have seen it on Twitter, if you just mention XRP on your tweet reach will go very high. Yeah. So communities is one of the best things.
As you were mentioning Shiba, I would love to hear the story of Shiba that brought you the best experience on your life. I can call it like that.
Yeah, together with my wife. Yeah, it's a very wonderful experience. So I'm no meme coin investor myself, right? I don't invest in coins with a animal on it for obvious reasons. But yeah, so my wife did. So she came to me. I didn't know her. She came to me and she said like, "Hey, I have this Shiba." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And she said, what should I do with it? Should I sell? Should I buy? So I said, I looked at the price. It went like, skyrocket to the moon. I said, I think you should sell it to Bitcoin at this point. She had no idea how to do it. I helped her switching it from Shiba to Bitcoin, which in the end turned out to be a very good trade.
Yeah.
And that's how we stayed in touch. And long story short, now we're married.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. So it's a very cool and fun story. And now she follows me on every trip I do, whenever I go to Dubai or here in Albania.
That's dope.
She follows me, and one person in the crypto space in house is enough, I think. But even though she likes to she likes the space, she loves the space.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
When I heard the story, I said, yeah, that's cool. Something that needs to be mentioned.
You
And,
can tell the story that your wife also made you a gift for your birthday.
Yeah, she gifted me
Yeah.
an Azuki NFT. She don't know what NFTs are. Like in general, but she was contacting with a friend of mine. And Azuki at the time it was at 17 ETH floor price, and Ethereum was at 1,900. And Azuki, I have a cool experience with Azuki, but I was winning a lot with Azuki. It's an NFT collection, is a great NFT collection. But on the same time, those money that I was winning from them, I was losing on that same collection. Like I swept a lot of Ethereums that I swept the floor and stuff. But as I was mentioning, I was telling Love as well, and also I was telling you earlier, I can't afford having two people, in my family dealing with crypto.
Exactly.
I can't afford having two guys losing all the time. It's enough one, for
One has to be winning, other one has to be losing, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think
yeah.
that my mom should be able to win either, and that's not. But when we are at meme coins, because we are talking some current sentiment on what's happening.
Yeah.
So we can go further with ByBit things as well. What do you think about this pre-cycle of bull market on meme coins? Like those movements and all of those easier ways to make a meme coin now in these days.
So it's interesting. So first of all, if you look at the cycles, I think a lot of people that bought crypto in 2017, so the retail, for example, Ripple, ADA, VeChain, all these coins, they bought at the top, of course, and then when the bear market came, they didn't buy back, so no DCA.
Yeah, no DCA.
And you just said like, I hope it's gonna go up someday, and if not, okay. So those people from that cycle are still stuck in those coins, and that was the biggest cycle, right? 2017 alt season was the best season that there was.
Yeah.
So then came 2021, right? Gaming, NFTs, whatsoever. So there were new retail coming in. Of course, again, they bought at the top somewhere.
Yeah.
The bear market crashed, and what happened to those people? Now they're also still stuck in those coins. So people have retail stock in 2017. We have retail stock in 2021. And now comes the third cycle, right? So it was AI, it was, real world trading, real world assets, exactly.
Yeah.
So, real world assets.
Exactly. So if you look at ByBit and if you look at the data, you see that the interest from retail is very low compared to institutions. So I think, and I believe that the retail that actually had to get in are just still stuck in those coins from all those days, and they don't want to sell, and they're not willing to buy back. So how can you spark their interest? It's not saying like, hey, we have a new narrative and come in it, right? Because it's like, again.
Yeah, again.
This in 2017, we had the narratives. In 2021, we had narratives. Now you come with this new Web3 thing, what's going on. Okay, so that's not working. So how does it work? Hey, man, we have this cryptocurrency that there was 0.0001 cent, and then this guy on Twitter turned out to be a multimillionaire. You can be too with the new coin that we're going to make.
This is a strategy that people are using, to be honest.
Well, it's of course it's all marketing, right? It's
100%,
marketing, and so that's the new narrative that's been pushing right now. Meme coins, just making a quick buck very fast. Again, I understand it. I understand where the hype comes from. I understand from education standpoint that I'm sure you guys have a different opinion on it in terms of investing.
Yeah.
But I think we have a youth, especially in the Western countries, that want to be rich very quick, not next month, not next year, not in 30 years from now with compounding, but tomorrow. They are still young. Now they can show off in their Lambos. Now they can show off in their yachts. Later they have kids. You know, there's no point of showing off if you already have a wife in their point of view. And so they want to make quick bucks in this bull run and not the next one or the next one. And you're only going to do that quote, which I don't think is true, if you invest in those low caps or micro caps like meme coins and just hope that one that you're pushing or buying is the right one.
That's the thing, because we saw a lot of platforms nowadays that made it easier, you know, to create a coin. I mean, either a shit coin, a meme coin, or whatever. And that's why it brought that type of bad vibe, to be honest, you know. And although those celebrities that are dropping, I don't know if you were catching up with the celebrities that were dropping coins and stuff, you know. And we were thinking that they are gonna bring the retail back in, you know, which unfortunately is not even there, you know. And before going to, can you elaborate more on how you started working with ByBit? You know, because you were a partner at ByBit with ByBit at first, you know.
I was in your shoes, right? So I was a partner of ByBit myself, and like how we're sitting right here, I was sitting on the other side of the couch. And so one day, I heard from my account manager that ByBit wanted to be regulated in Netherlands.
Nice.
So I said, okay, that's a good thing, because we were pretty scared that ByBit had to leave the Netherlands, because we saw other parties already leaving Netherlands. And my account manager is like, hey man, our CEO wants to have a chat with you, which I think was like, okay, well, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he told me like, hey, you know what? Make a good presentation. Just make a presentation on how you would want to run the country, what your plans are, and how you think we can be the number one in Netherlands.
Yeah.
In my country, Netherlands, Bitvavo is the biggest one, which is like a Coinbase type of platform. And just like, give me your plan. So I presented the plan to my CEO, one-on-one. And it's like, yo, man, looks really good, man. So let's do it. Let's get you on board. You know, we're going to figure it out with HR. No worries. And, well, it's a pretty big thing, right? Because I was always used to be an entrepreneur. And I had a really great run going for me. And now I had to go back to a job, right?
Regular job.
Yeah, a job
but
with
it's
like,
not that regular.
with like levels and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So they made me an offer, a good offer. I sold my shares of my company back because I also wanted to have it clean, right? So no having conflict of interest in it. Yeah. And I started my journey within ByBit. And the day I joined ByBit was the day that Binance had to leave the Netherlands. So there was a very hectic day. And I still had to tell my team lead, which was Joseph. Okay. So he used to be my account manager. Now he was my team lead. We were in the same team, which is what was because like, yo man, I have no idea how this system works, but it's crazy. Binance is leaving. Help me. And well, now a year later, I mean, we've done so many things. We built a company, and it's really nice because as a partner for what I'm doing for ByBit, I'm a business developer.
Yeah.
So I work together with partners. You have a set of partners that you work with, and you're like their account manager. But I want to be more than account manager for them. I want to be like a consultant for them.
Nice.
And I can do that because I was a partner myself before.
Yeah.
And we don't have a lot of people or no people in ByBit that were first a partner.
Yeah.
And then a employee of ByBit, because as a partner, I mean, the money is good. Yeah. But I never went for the money. I just wanted to have experience. How is it working for the house?
Yeah.
Working for the big beast.
Yeah.
And that was my motivation. So when I talk with our partners, as we did here, it's like, hey man, there's opportunity there. Yeah, let's do this and this. And I think that's adding value, not only providing ByBit to you, but also providing a good consultant that thinks along and helps boost your business. Because if you boost your business, we boost our business.
Exactly.
It is that easy.
Yeah.
And now I've been working for ByBit for a year now, and I mean, it has been an amazing journey, and I hope for many more years to come. And we're the second biggest now in the world, so let's go for the
first.
Yes, let's go for the number one.
Yeah, I think Albania gonna fill that gap of being the first.
Let's go. I'm more than hyped to go for it with you guys.
Let's do it. But that's the thing. Do you have any question for?
I will do questions about
conference. I have a question here.
Just continue.
Like,
I will not stop you.
Yeah, is how no, we are talking about ByBit started getting the regulated stuffs in Europe, you know, like, and being expanded from Netherlands in all other countries, right? How is that going? How do you plan to, for example, finding partners on Germany or on other countries on Europe as well? Do you have any type of business model for that, or?
Yeah, so it's tricky, right? So, because on one side, if you want to be regulated, that means that you have to regulate your products.
Exactly.
And in Europe, the regulation is quite strict, as you know. Certain products, like derivatives, will be from the new regulations on derivatives. I mean, MiCAR, not possible. But on the other side, you also want to be working here with the government, with the local authorities, and also to provide the trust for the users.
Yeah.
And I think ByBit has done an excellent job on this part to actually go with the flow, talk to regulators, see how we can provide the best service to them, but also to the users, and not go for like the sketchy route of, you know, being unregulated and all this stuff. So that gives me a lot of trust. And well, next year is or later this year will be the MiCAR regulations. A lot of big things will be changing. And I think Europe will be a very important player for ByBit. So as currently we're not providing our services in France or Germany, but that will change when the gates will open with the MiCAR regulations.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it will be spot, so spot only.
Yeah.
And that will also make sure that the liquidity on spot will be better. More spot pairs, of course.
Yeah.
Maybe different stable coins. I mean, we will see how that will be going on.
Yeah.
And just providing for every country the good services. And of course, I'm sure we'll talk about later the ByBit card, which will also be
of course. Yeah,
very important.
I'm saving that for
later.
For
the
later.
cherry on top.
Yeah, cherry on top. Exactly. So, what's the vision of ByBit? You know, for the upcoming, you know, like 5 years or 4 years or whatever. You know, like having this type of user-friendly, you know, like interface, and also onboarding, you know, on retailer and stuff like that.
Yeah, so if you're into crypto and you're into trading, you know that ByBit is the best way to go.
Exactly.
So our CEO always says, on the back end, we can deal with 10 times the volume that we're currently doing. So we're like on the outside, we're a regular car, for example, but on the backside, we have a Ferrari. Like we have the best
engine. Yeah.
Exactly, we have the best engine, and we're capable of doing everything. We have a great team. So traders know us.
Yeah.
But, and I don't know how it's here in this part of Europe, but in the western part of Europe, if you want to target the retail, so the moms, the dads, the regular people, and they go on ByBit, they tend to be from time to time pretty overwhelmed with, oh man, like where do I have to look? I see pop-ups here, pop-ups here. I go on ByBit spot and I see all things happening. Like I just want to buy with fiat.
Yeah.
That is it. So I think that's the new challenge for us, which we're dealing with greatly, to have next to our current interface also a user-friendly interface for the newcomers, for the new people into crypto. So that's what we're doing it at the moment. Also work on a branding. So we're the principal sponsor of Red Bull Racing, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, which they're driving this week in Austria, which is of course nice, but we also want to work together with local partners as you guys to see how can we do more branding, more marketing in local countries. Yeah. And of course, you guys know better than we do how we should do it. So that's also one of our goals. And well, we have the number one spot is of course on Binance. They're very big, and I think they did an excellent job in 2018. I don't know, were you guys back there in 2017?
Yeah.
So at some point you couldn't register anymore on exchange, right? It was said that we were closed, and Binance was the only one where you could get in. Yeah. So I think
as waitlist stuff.
Yes. So if we just proceed with this and just make small steps, like, you know, Atomic Habits, I don't know if you guys know it, 1% per day. Small steps, compounding wise, will hopefully be the number one soon. And also, there's the Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs coming.
Yeah.
More institutions are coming in, also making the way possible for institutions to come to ByBit and providing them with the best
Yeah,
resources.
when you're mentioning ETFs, what's your opinion on those institutions coming in and having this demand, to have those spot ETFs filed and stuff?
So personally, I think it's two sides. So one side, I remember back in the day that we were scared of institutions.
Yeah.
Because you always said, no, we don't want institutions. This is our party. This is a decentralized party.
Yeah.
This is a Satoshi Nakamoto vision. And now we're cheering for when we see inflow from ETFs, like, yeah, let's go
Bullish
BlackRock.
news, yeah.
Let's go Larry Fink. So it's very funny to see how the tides have changed. But it was inevitable, right?
Yeah.
You can make good money in crypto. So at some point, the institutions should have come in,
Should
right?
have come,
Because
yeah.
I mean, where's money? There's the institutions.
That's exactly what it is.
So I think it's on one side it's a good part, but on this other side, I hope that the nature of crypto, the nature of the community, the nature of how people interact with each other, there's no hate. Everyone is like one big family. If you
Yeah.
have connection in crypto, you always know that wherever you go in the world, you always have a certain mindset, right? It's
Yeah.
wherever you go. And I hope we can keep it like this, and that not that it will be taken over by all these institutions, and that will be the new forex market, for example.
Yeah.
We should keep these things like we did today.
Yeah.
The
that's-
good thing in crypto is that the tech is also involved. So it's not just a financial market, it's also technology. But most of the people that come in crypto come for money, not for the technology or for the projects.
But they say they're in it for the tech.
Yeah, they say. I also believe there is a small percentage of these people
course.
that are Bitcoin maxis. They can still lose everything, but they will not accept to sell Bitcoin with profit. So they are here for,
Yes.
for tech. Me personally, and I think all my community are here for money, and that's a good thing.
That's
because,
fine,
Yeah,
of course.
that's fine. So yeah.
Let's not be naive, right? Money gives you a lot of freedom, can do a lot of things.
Sure, yeah.
But either way, you should enjoy the ride. I mean, life is not infinitive, right? There comes an end to this wall thing in here. And yes, it's nice to go for money, but don't let it capture for it, because you guys know it. If you have a car, you always want a bigger car. If you have Rolex, you want a Patek Philippe. If you have a house, you want a villa. There's always
The greed.
the greed. There's always this next thing. So enjoy the ride from time to time.
Yeah, that's the thing, because greed is that's why we named the podcast as well, fear and greed. Yeah, like two most components that can affect our life and stuff. But coming back to ByBit stuffs, and we talked also on the conference as well about the relationship with the community that the whole company has. And I was impressed also after we finished the conference. You guys were open, to our community for any type of feedback and question, and also Shaq was having that type of debate on different type of stuffs, for the feedbacks and stuff, which I loved it. It was something incredible. And how do you guys, if I can make this type of general question, how do you guys came up with, we need to keep the community strong, and trusting us, so we can keep going on what's happening, and how we can be the first one. Maybe now we are the second, we're gonna be the first one. How do you guys came up with, let's listen to the community? Maybe not all the community members are stupid, and we can learn something from that.
You cannot grow as a company if you don't listen to your community.
Yeah.
So I really believe in that part. So also from ByBit, if we want to grow as a company, we have to listen to our community.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to hear the good feedback, right? The engine is good, the UX UI is good. But we want to listen to the things we can do better, to the improvements. What can we do to improve it?
Yeah.
How can we make sure that more people know ByBit here? Do we need to introduce more partners, more branding? Do we need to sponsor things? Tell us, like, what can we do to improve it?
Yeah.
And I think if we carefully listen to the community and actually implement or go along with these ideas, we can actually go to the next level.
Exactly.
Because if you don't, and especially in this fast-moving world, there might be another platform or exchange coming up that they will actually listen to the users and just come in and take them from you. And never be too, how do you say it, too settled, too comfortable in the place where you're right now,
Exactly.
right? People think like, oh, but I'm the biggest, or I'm the second biggest. I'll stay here. People trust us anyway.
Yeah.
But don't think like that. Right? That's being arrogant. You have always to, every day, to improve it, to make it better. Every morning we have a meeting with our CEO. So me and the rest of the BDs. Every morning we say like, what do they do? What do this do? How was the conference in Kosovo? Can you show us pictures? What did they? And they always ask us for every conference they do, what feedback did they had?
Yeah.
Well, how can we improve it? And we talk about it with the CEO. It's like, okay, check. Let's do this, do this, and bam, it's done.
Nice.
That's nice in these exchanges. If you want something done, bam, tomorrow it's done for you.
Yeah. So as I'm seeing here, the mindset of the CEO as well is very strong. You know, like that type of mindset that having meetings every day or even every 2 days, you know, like it's a big deal, to be honest.
And not only from our team, like he's doing. I mean, he's involved in everything. That guy is such a powerhouse. Like if you meet him, I'm sure you meet him soon.
We need definitely to meet him because I love those type of guys, you know, who are hyperactive. You know,
But think about it. You were. It was nothing a couple of years ago, and now you're the second biggest exchange in the world. Billions on billions of volume every day grow through such an exchange. Just think of it. It's an app on the phone, and billions of dollars go through it every day. How sophisticated it has to be on the back end to do all these things 24/7 a day, 365 days a year, to just make this happen, and also to grow, and also the legal stuff, the compliance stuff, our partners. I mean, it's such a fast-moving beast going on. So you have to be a visionary person to be on top.
Exactly. So if if you don't mind asking, what was the background of the CEO before ByBit? How ByBit started as ByBit, you know, like in Genesis?
So he built a very big forex company beforehand. So he was very big in forex. He built a whole team there, and that's how he also went into crypto. So he understood the power of community. Yeah. He understood the power of having good partners, not having to do everything by yourself in terms of marketing, but also leverage on your marketing and everyone's marketing.
Yeah.
And just building the best engine. Because if you have the best product, in the end, people will find you, will know you, and they will come to you.
Exactly.
And you don't always need to be the number one in terms of branding, of marketing, right? Because you can have a very nice front, but the back end, you come there and it's like, oh, but it doesn't feel right, it doesn't look good. Yeah. First the back end, and then we do the front.
Yeah, so you can do upgrades all the time, you know, on interface and stuff.
Yeah. Because backend is very it's very important. Yeah. Especially when you have such complex algorithm behind liquidity and things like that. Yeah. Because as a software engineer, I know how complex is the backend thing. Front end is also complex because UX UI it needed to be very simple and very intuitive, but backend is science is in backend.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't no engineer, but when I hear these developers talk, I'm like, yo, man, like like this matching engines and all that. So I was like, oh man, very nice.
I will go directly at the question about ByBit card.
Oh yeah.
What is that, and what people can expect from that, especially what our community can let's say can win if they have a ByBit card, and can they have a ByBit card first of all?
So the power of Apple, for example, is if you have an Apple Watch, Apple headset, Apple MacBook, Apple everything Apple, you're in an Apple ecosystem, right? You don't want to get out of it. So we actually want the same for ByBit, right? You're using the ByBit ecosystem. But the biggest challenge always for people is the on and off ramp, right? So getting money into crypto, into ByBit, but also getting money out of ByBit. Right. And most people, especially here, when I talk to people, they don't want to go into the bank account. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or they don't want to have cash because of security reasons or just because it's a headache having all this big money in your pockets. So what we came up with a couple of years ago is the ByBit card. So having a card that you can connect to your ByBit account, it is actually just a ByBit card, and you can put the money into your funding wallet. So it's a separate wallet from your trading wallet. You can put USDT, USDC, Ethereum, or Bitcoin in it. And whatever you have in there, you can go to your local vendor that accepts MasterCard, which is most likely almost every vendor, and you can pay with your crypto. You pay there. Your crypto automatically converts to the local currency, for example, to euros.
Yeah.
And bam, you paid it with money still in ByBit, not having to cash out.
Sick. That's
All you need is, in this case, if you have an iPhone, you will install it in your wallet and double click and you will pay. Bam.
Yeah, so last week we introduced Apple Pay. We also have
Apple Pay.
Android Pay. We have, also, of course, also physical cards if people want to use a actual card. And we have a virtual card into ByBit. So we have 4 options to use it. I mean, it's so convenient. And especially for the traders over here, they make good money. And then money they put in the funding wallet, and they can buy clothes or whatever they want to buy.
That's what also we teach our community always when they have a good trade to cash out and to buy something. So in this case, what they need is just to install ByBit card, send the money there, and go. You can pay with card, and that's very, very easy.
And for all people listening to the podcast, when I was like, "Oh, all right, let's do it." So we're checking together with you guys to see how we can implement the ByBit card as soon as possible in this region, and have a good campaign here to also give something back to the users.
Exactly.
So a cashback, a discount on a certain products, or whatever we can do with it. So we'll come with that pretty soon.
Yeah, 100. And the one thing that I wanted to mention, because everyone who is used with credit card or even physical cards from different exchanges, they know that they need to stake something or lock something up and stuff. How does it work with ByBit? What do they have to do, in order to get the card? And what type of requirements they should fill?
Only have a ByBit account. That's
Simple
it.
as that.
No staking, no nothing. Just open up a ByBit account, do it via your referral link.
Yeah.
So you get also some nice benefits as a user, because people sometimes think, why should I use a referral link? Because as a user, you get nice benefits if they go through you guys. So it's a win-win for everyone, right? So let's be happy together.
Yeah.
Open up a ByBit account, do the KYC 1, and of course also KYC 2. Very important for a ByBit card. You need KYC 2, and then you can apply for the ByBit card. We send it to your house, or maybe in the future they can pick it up here in your office. They'll be cool, and they can immediately start using it. So we have no staking of any currencies that they need to do it. However, for example, the USDT, USDC, Ethereum, or Bitcoin, if they have it in their funding wallet and it just stays there, you can click on automatically stake. And instead of just putting it there and do nothing, it stakes, so you also get some nice wealth from that part. And we also have cashback tiers, which is not, again, based on how much you stake, but based on your VIP tier.
Okay.
So if your VIP is 0, so the classic one, you get a certain amount of cashback. VIP 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, and Supreme VIP, you get higher cashbacks. But in all cases, the ByBit card, if you want to use the regular one, free to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because we were talking with JJ as well, so we say hi to JJ as well.
Hello, JJ. You missed out a great
he missed out
party
a lot
here.
of stuff, but I hope that he's gonna come up as well. And he was telling us that he's trying to arrange a fly also to Albania with the VIP manager, with VIP manager, because we have a lot of Albanians, like who have a lot of liquidity on different exchanges, that we can make them some offers and have some dinners with them, and give them some straight up offers so they can come to ByBit, and also have the type of VIP treatment, on different type of levels.
Of course, and even if you're VIP or of course non-VIP members, we all want to treat you very well. We want to come up with cool campaigns, because again, in the end, ByBit should feel like, oh, I'm going to ByBit. I come into my into a big family.
Exactly.
It's like a family party here.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the right thing.
Let's switch to conference, because it was a great event, and also we just did 50 minutes by talking.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it goes
we did what?
Too fast. 50 minutes, bro.
Oh, it was very fast. Yeah. So
today we held conference, as you know, and the ByBit was the main sponsor to say, or it was powered by ByBit, BlockTalk Prishtina 2024. What's your feedback on the conference and in the community in Kosovo?
Yeah, so again, JJ said to me like, "Hey, Miet, do you want to join this conference, this party?" I had no idea, right? Because you guys been working with him very well. Said, "Yeah, I mean, I have never been there. I heard some stories, but I mean, let's go."
Yeah.
So I said to Shaq, "Yo, you want to come?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm always in for a good ride." And I brought my wife here, and then you guys picked us up. And today we went to the conference, and we saw, powered by ByBit, very big venue, a lot of people, people that are very motivated. It was like, whoa, man, this is very well organized, looks very fancy, nice branding, ByBit everywhere, you guys everywhere.
Yeah.
So we were very impressed about the quality and how good everything is. And again, like I told you guys before, I think this should not only be like a small conference. Next year, you have to do bigger.
We have to do bigger.
We have to do bigger. It has to be bigger, more people, more partners, more everything.
Yeah.
Because I really think that we can make this event the main event in the Balkan region for crypto.
Yeah.
If you're into crypto, if you're inspired, whatever, come to this event. This is the place to learn, to educate yourself, to network.
Exactly.
And I think there's so much potential. So for the first people that are here, they should save up their badges, right? Because it's like a souvenir.
A souvenir.
It's a souvenir.
It can be a collectible item.
You have to make an NFT out of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need to make an NFT.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the team members who are
sure.
dealing on backstage with, especially Uran as well, who are organizing everything, and also other team members who are there and prepared for everything, and always we have room for improvements, but sometimes we just need to go with the flow and have something started in, so we can lead up to greater things as well. So as we mentioned, we are coming close to the end of this podcast. It was the fastest podcast.
Yeah, it went fast, huh?
I'm telling you, bro. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, it was very fast.
As for the end, what would be your advices for someone who wants to start in crypto and doesn't know where to start it?
Yes. So I want to mention this during the podcast. So my biggest trades were always on spot. So that's the first thing. I never traded meme coins myself, and I think having a long-term vision is really a winning race.
Yeah.
So a lot of people want to sprint, right? The 100 meter sprint, using Bolt sprint. But I'm winning because I'm here for the next cycles, right?
Exactly.
I'm just here not only for this boom, but for next boom and a boom and after that. And I think if you go in with this mentality into cryptos, like, okay, I'm here in for a long run. I have a stable portfolio, because again, I mean, we can do another 50 minutes of a podcast, but to make it short, have a stable portfolio is the most important thing. So I, for example, have a large caps, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Ondo. Those are my main caps. I have some gold, I have some silver, I have some safe stocks, and I have some real estate. That's my main portfolio. I know that when the time comes, they will go up, right?
Exactly.
That's pretty certain. And because I have, 85-90% of my money in those investments, I can take some risk with the 10%.
Exactly.
So what people normally say is like, no, Miet, but first I want to make, the big shots. First I want to go times 100, and then I will go safe. But what happens? They never go times 100.
You're gonna lose it all.
or they're too greedy and they forget to cash out. So work on that long-term vision, especially for all the people listening. I saw so many young people. Your biggest win is your age, right? That's your biggest win.
Yeah.
And trust me, go into Google, taking compounding calculator and type in for yourself how much you would make if you make 11% per year on the 20-30 year basis.
Exactly.
And every month you tip a little in, just consistently, man, you go into 800, 900K in 20, 30 years from now. And you'll still be young. Right? You'll still be young. You'll still be 40, 50 years old. Yeah. And I think that's my advice to people. Have a long-term vision, work hard, not only motivation, because motivation only gets you some days you're just not motivated, but dedication is important, because dedication discipline is what will get you even further than the rest of the people. And don't be motivated by money. Because some days you will not make money, some days it will go bad. But if you're motivated about your own curiosity, just want to win in life, that's how you in the end make the money, and then you can go to next levels.
Yeah, that means a lot, you know, because most of us are youth, you know, like, and to be honest, I have the fate to be surrounded by Lavinot, Uran, and Ulvan, and Daduke, and all of those guys who, for real, like, they, just like we mentioned on the conference, you know, it's not that type of circle that says, yeah, you're doing all right, you know, all the time, and just pushing you down the hill, you know, on that side. And I wish for everyone, you know, to have this type of faith, you know, to be surrounded by people that wants to build with and also wants to push it forward and stuff. Yeah. So everyone can have this type of happiness, you know, and doing what they love doing daily. And thanks a lot for being here.
Thank
and
you.
Thanks a lot from every single one of us, every Albanian, you know, like that you guys came here, and to be honest, it was a pleasure also having those type of conversation, introducing our mindset and our mentality to you guys as well. And we are cutting this podcast off right now. And it was on this episode, on the 7th episode, it was me, Shine, Lavinot, and our ByBit representative, the GOAT itself, Vidyet. And thanks a lot for being here again and again and again. And stay up to date with Cryptolbanian, Dudes Labs, Decode, and Crypto School as well. We are cutting it off. Peace out. Have a good one.
See you next year.
See you next year.